Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, it feels like forever since I've actually sat down and filmed a video because I'm sure you guys have noticed that I haven't been that consistent this year, and we're gonna talk all about that today. Definitely gonna be updating you guys on just everything that's been going on. As y'all can see, we've got a little bit of a new background here. A lot has actually been changing on this end, okay? If you are new here, hello, my name is Chizzy. I make beauty, lifestyle, wellness, self-love videos here on YouTube and Instagram and on TikTok, so follow me there. For all of my OGs and returning subscribers, I've been leaving y'all hanging. I know I have, and I want to address some things today and just kind of talk to you guys and share where my head is at. So I've got some water and pineapple, I'm annoying. But recently I actually deleted all of my social media apps. Hold on, I know it's like, what do you mean? I decided to take a true break for 1 week, which is not that long. And completely unplug from everything, which is something I actually haven't done intentionally in a long time. A very long time. And it was a very eye-opening experience. Let me put this down. If you guys have been watching a few of my some of my sit-down videos recently, my life update video, my social media is exhausting video, and I'll link them up here if you haven't. My relationship with social media has definitely changed over the last few years. I've been doing a lot of reflecting and trying to figure out just the life that I actually want. You know what I mean? And just figuring out myself. Now that I'm growing into myself, I've just been doing a lot of self-reflection and really getting to know myself. Most of all, I've been trying to create a balanced life where social media is not consuming me completely. Because if anyone knows, as a content creator, like, this industry and just trying to keep up with everything can swallow you, you know? And before you know it, day in and day out, from the morning till the night, you are just thinking about content all the time. And I just don't want that for my life anymore. I'm trying to create a team that can sustain this business so that I can focus on other things and, you know, other interests as well. I'm gonna be talking all about that today. Specifically, since I deleted social media for a week and I just had to do other things with myself, I learned a lot. So I wanted to reflect on that with you guys today and just share where my head's at with everything, and also why I've been away from YouTube. So yeah, so before we get completely into everything, we've got a word from today's sponsor, okay? So today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, and that is BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, in honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, all right? May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and if y'all know anything about me, I'm all for gathering your mental health, okay? May is a month to raise awareness for mental health, you know, fight any stigmas and provide support for anyone struggling with their mental health. I will be the first one to tell you right now, me and my mental health, battle. Not a battle anymore though. I have been in therapy personally, weekly therapy, for the last almost 4 years, and it has been my saving grace. When BetterHelp reached out to, you know, work together and partner, I was like, of course, because I think therapy is so important. It is so important. So BetterHelp offers customized online therapy that can be either through video, phone, or even live chat sessions with your therapist. So if you don't want to be on camera, you don't necessarily have to. It is more affordable than traditional therapy because therapy can run you a little bit of money. They do also have financial aid options during the sign-up process, and they do accept HSA benefits. One thing that's really great about BetterHelp is that they have a network of over 20,000 therapists, so that can give you just access to help that you may not be able to get locally. So to get started, all you have to do is fill out a questionnaire just to assess your specific needs, and then they match you to a therapist within 48 hours. Once you're matched with your therapist, you can schedule your secure video or phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages with your therapist. And of course, everything that you do share is confidential. Finding the perfect therapist is always, you know, a journey. So if you find that you need a new therapist, you can request to match with a new therapist at no extra cost, okay? So yeah, this mental health month, if you or anyone you know is struggling with your mental health, listen, or if you just kind of need someone to talk to, You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out BetterHelp.com. I do have a code for you guys where you can receive 10% off your first month. Just head to BetterHelp.com/Chizzy and you'll receive 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. I'll leave a link in my description box so you guys can go check it out. And yes, listen, like I said, your mental health and just like the quality of your life is so important. It matters. It's priceless. So check it out. I'll leave all the information in the description box below, and shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. All right, so let's get back into what I'm talking about. Okay, so at the start of this year, I sat down with my assistant and I was like, all right, we need to schedule breaks for the entire year. So what we decided to come up with was for every quarter, after every quarter, I would get like a week off, like completely off, like from not only creating content, but just everything else. Basically, I'm just out of office. I wanted to implement that at least because I find that I just will go, and then I'll end up being burnt out. And I'm like, when did I get burnt out? Like, you know what I mean? I think as an entrepreneur, you don't really know how to turn off. You kind of just, you know, you're just trying to always keep going, and you think your body can keep going until it just stops. And one thing my body's gonna do is it's going to shut down. It's gonna stop. So I just had that break, that 1 week break recently. And oh my goodness, that was the first one of the year because the first quarter just ended, and whoa, what an enlightening experience. So here's the first thing that happened. I was so excited to like at least not have to communicate with my team. No one tells you that like once you start building a team, like it's actually a little bit more, it's more work only because you have to be like in constant communication with them. Like you have to delegate, you have to explain things, and you have to go over things, you have to review things, and it's mad work. I was so excited to just be able to like not do that. Having that come off of my plate, I found that I still wanted to like create content. The content creator in me is like, what do you mean I'm not creating? And because now I had space and room and time to do so, because I'm not doing all the other 30 other CEO tasks, my brain was like, no, we have to like keep the TikTok going. I've been heavy on TikTok lately. I actually really enjoy it now, so follow me. I found myself the first 2 days just like creating videos. I was editing videos, like what? And then I was like, hold on a second, I'm still working. I'm actually still working when I'm supposed to be not working. This is supposed to be a break. When do I ever just get a week to do absolutely nothing? Because one thing about like creators, like let's say we travel or like I travel or something, I'm technically still working. When I see beautiful scenery, like I want to create around it and all that stuff, I decided actually not to travel for this break. I was like, I'm not traveling because I know that traveling will tempt me to want to create because I want to keep everyone updated on what's going on and all that stuff. I was like, I'm just going to sit in my house for a week, and just do whatever I want. I was just like, you know what? Let me actually delete all my social media. Let's try that. The temptation to create content won't be there, or the temptation to just scroll endlessly also won't be there. Because one thing I also noticed was that when I scroll just endlessly, I feel terrible after. Like I feel like I'm more anxious. The comparison starts to creep in, because that is a thing. Like even though I'm very secure and confident in myself, like it's not normal to just see so many people's lives and doing all these things. You know what I mean? Like eventually I'm gonna be like, oh, I should be doing that. I wanna do, or just get some ideas. And I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just like a slippery slope. I was like, all right, let's delete the apps. I deleted the apps, y'all. First of all, I didn't know what to do with myself. The first day I was like, so what am I supposed to do? And that was the first time in a long time that my brain, I was forcing my brain to turn off. And oh my, what a concept. Forcing myself to just turn my brain off and not think about work was interesting. The fact that I was struggling not to think about it was wild, because when I'm working, I don't want to work. So why is it that now that I'm giving myself time to not work, all I do is think about this? So I'm like, ooh, okay, so social media has this interesting hold on me that I don't like. I just don't feel like I should be a slave to something. The only person I want to be a slave to is the Lord Jesus Christ, okay? I don't want anything like holding me in that sense. So that was something that I noticed. Then after that first day or so of just like not really knowing what to do with myself, I kind of settled in and I found other things to do with myself. YouTube I didn't delete though, because for me, YouTube, I still like kind of consume YouTube sometimes, so it's not the same as like scrolling on TikTok, if that makes sense. Yeah, I was like watching, sermons, and I got this coloring book in the mail and I was coloring, I was doing crossword puzzles, I went for walks, I met up with my friends. Like, I found so many other things to do with myself. After a while, I wasn't even thinking about social media. Crazy. It's funny because just a few days ago I was, oh my god, I have to create. And then once I let it go, I was like, oh, this is great. I found so many other things to do to fill my time that felt fulfilling to me. And then another thing that I noticed and realized was that I've actually been doing a lot. Almost entirely too much. So I'm sure you guys have noticed that I haven't been as consistent on YouTube recently. So I actually brought on a social media manager since last year, like late last year. However, she just had, I didn't let her go, but we had to part ways. But I am I'm bringing someone new on soon. So hopefully the YouTube videos do kind of increase. Even with a social media manager on my team, I didn't want to create YouTube videos. And during this time off, I had to really sit and figure out like what that has been about. And I think through my reflections, this is kind of what I've realized. I have actually, I've been creating YouTube videos for 10 years now. I don't know, I've poured so much into this platform, but over the last few years, like, YouTube hasn't been the only platform that I've been consistent on. Now, on top of YouTube, I was also creating Instagram content 4 to 7 times a week, so like almost daily. I've just introduced TikTok and creating multiple videos on TikTok a day. Like, on top of that, I'm now a CEO, so I have to manage and delegate my team, and I have to like be a person, and it's just been entirely too much. YouTube requires another level of what is the word? It just requires another level of showing up that I don't think I've been able to do because I've been spreading myself so thin. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm recognizing that I have to find a balance for myself, and I have to pick, just like platforms that I really want to just focus on, instead of trying to be on every platform and spreading myself thin and not being able to show up fully. Oh, and I forgot. I just added my family brand, okay? Now we're on TikTok and Instagram, so that's double the content that I'm creating for an entirely new brand. It's just a lot. I've just been spreading myself thin. I'm a young girl, I'm a young woman, not just trying to make things happen for myself, but I also have to recognize, and this is the problem with being a business owner and entrepreneur, like, you try and achieve so much, but you can run yourself to the ground doing that. And eventually something's gonna fall to the back burner. And I feel like YouTube ended up being that thing. I don't even think filming is the issue per se. It's all the post-production stuff. Even with an editor, because I don't edit my videos anymore, just to make a thumbnail. It's like, I'm like, oh my gosh. I just cannot bring myself to do it anymore. So these are the things that I've just been recognizing, and I'm like, okay, all right. Actually, yes, filming a YouTube video is also, let me not even try and minimize that. Filming YouTube videos is a lot. Like, you cannot bulk shoot YouTube videos in the same way you can bulk shoot Reels and TikToks. Reels and TikToks are a minute. YouTube videos, 10, 15, 20, 30, so it just requires another level of showing up that is just a lot to do when it's not your only job. And you guys know I'm a working woman, all right? We've got sponsorships and brands and deadlines to meet. So there's just a lot going on this end, and I think pausing for that week really allowed me to just reflect and recognize that I've been doing a great job. And I've really been trying my best, be all that I can be, and like show up for my team and myself and build this brand. But I kind of was neglecting and not recognizing just how much I was trying to do and achieve. And it's not realistic right now. My body is tired. I'm tired, and I'm tired for due reason, because I am trying to do entirely too much. So that's kind of what I've realized, and now I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to like approach YouTube, because I don't want to let YouTube go. I don't want to let y'all go. You know, I love being here. I love being able, like the connection that we have on YouTube is different. It's never going to be the same on any other platform. This is where I first started, so I don't want to let you guys go and just let this all go. But I do need another way to kind of approach this platform because, like I said, I've been here for a long time and just my relationship with it has changed. I'm not interested in doing like the small tasks anymore. I'm trying to like kind of delegate that out now and really just focus on showing up and actually connecting with you guys and just creating the content. I know I'm definitely the new social media manager that I'm gonna bring on. She's gonna be in charge of like creating the thumbnails and, you know, work out ideas together and all of that. But I'm more so trying to figure out frequency of posting. We all know the algorithm says, you know, post more and more and more. And I definitely have noticed as the less consistent I've gotten on here, you know, the views have definitely suffered. But like, I have to find a happy medium for myself. You know what I mean? Like, am I chasing views or am I chasing impact? My thing, I think I'm at the point now and I recognize that I'm more so invested in being impactful and valuable to you guys rather than just gaining views. You know what I'm trying to say? That's my vibe right now. If the views are impacted for a little bit because I'm not as consistent, so be it. I just want to make sure you guys leave these videos feeling fed and full and have things to ponder on and think about. Like that's where I'm at. That's just where, and that's where I'm at with my brand and just all the content that I create across all platforms. Like, I want it to be valuable more than anything. And this is the power of reflection. I'm going to therapy for the last 4 years. So yeah, I kind of want to throw it out to you guys. Like, if I were to just make weekly videos, so 1 video a week, and maybe pick a day, how would you guys feel about that? And just the type of content that you guys want to see. I've already shared, like, you know, the hair tutorials, probably not. I mean, maybe once in a while, of course, nothing is final, but I want to just be more valuable and impactful for you guys. So I feel like more conversations, bringing other people on. I don't know, just like, I don't know, I feel like kind of past, I mean, I like hauls. I still want to do hauls, but I just want to make sure that you're gaining value from the videos that I do post, whether that's increasing your self-love and your confidence, we're talking wellness or reflecting, you know, or we're talking about the latest things that are happening and dissecting it together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure out the style and what I want to like just create and put out on this platform. But how would you guys feel about weekly videos versus twice a week? Because I've been trying to do twice a week for a long time. It's a lot and obviously I haven't been that successful with it. And if I'm trying to like be on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, specifically TikTok, it's a lot to do everything. And then with my family brand as well, like, it's just a lot. How would you guys feel about weekly videos? And then I'm thinking maybe I'll just actually pick a day so that you guys know when to come back. And then I also, you know, have my shorts, which will be scheduled out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, or if you guys would want me to be more active on here with maybe videos twice a week. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You know what else I think I didn't really account for, but I started to notice and really was able to like realize it during my time off, was just how much connection we have as content creators. It's too much. It's too much for me. Because like what I share is like, it's a part of me, right? That is connection. I'm being social in that moment. When I'm posting on stories, like when I'm interacting with you guys in the comments, like I am socializing. Me mentioning that I had a social media manager before, that social media manager wasn't doing any like real comment moderation for me, so I'm still doing that, and they weren't necessarily scheduling and posting anything for me. I was still doing that. They were part-time, more so just like helping with ideas and creating, like literally just helping with ideas. I just recognized and realized that it's just a lot of connection for me, and it's just too much. I need help. Even just like the DMs, like not even from you guys, even though that's a lot too, but like people that like I personally know, like within the industry, just like, I don't know, there's this weird accessibility that people think they have with others on social media. Whereas like, if this was like a few years, maybe 10-ish years ago, like you're not able to access people this like so easily. And I just felt like I was just so accessible. DM me. And it's like, if you open the DM, it says seen. Like, now I have to respond. Like, I am trying to respond to my mother who has been calling me. It just feels like you just have to give your attention to so many people, and it's like I cannot give my attention to all of these people. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I didn't really account for, and a lot of content creators don't account for, and it's a lot. It's a lot of social responsibility, and it's tiring. It's really, really tiring, because you also have your actual life where you have to socialize with people in real life too. You know, be responsible for other people and just the other hats that you wear. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, a mentor, like so many other things. Like so many people are pulling, need my attention. And then I have my social media following of over too many, it's a lot of people. It's just a lot of socializing. It's a lot of showing up and being present. And I think that was also weighing down on me. And then also, adding the family brand, it's double the filming and it's just a lot. Taking that break off, I was like, you know what? Let me even chill out on this socializing in general. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let me just have some actual me time. When you could just sit in your house, sit on the couch and binge watch a show for 3 days? That. Unplugging. Okay? Like, that was the type of unplugging I did. Wow, 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 wow. I honestly encourage all of you guys, like, if you're able to, like, do that, find some time, even if it doesn't have to be up to a week, but like, if you can find some time to truly unplug from everything, and try your best to journal, but like, honestly, don't even give yourself too much responsibility. Just be. It is life-changing. I feel like I approach life differently now, The few weeks leading up to this break, I was starting to definitely feel burnt out. I was like, yeah, I'm tired. I was tired all the time. And it's not that type of like, you sleep and you just need to sleep. Like, my soul was starting to get a little tired, and I'm like, that's when that I've realized and recognized now that that's burnout. Like, no matter how much you sleep, you're still tired. You don't want to work. You just don't want to do it, It's burnout, it could be depression, it could be all of these things, but it's something. So I was starting to feel like that, and yeah, during that time of reflecting, that week off, I was like, I could start to like unpack what was causing this perpetual fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, like, I love what I do. Now that I've like, started to build out a team for myself and create a little bit more of a balanced life, I can recognize that I actually really do love creating, and I love being able to like just impact you guys and just have a community and build a community and be able to just share what I know and bounce ideas off of each other. You know what I mean? Like, I love what I do. I really do. So that's why I was so confused that I was so tired and not necessarily wanting to do anything. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to, and I'm like, why don't I want to? Like, I have help now. Like, I should be able to do these things. But it's like, no. I recognize that I've just been doing a lot. Another thing that I've noticed, I know I'm going off. I create a lot of like arbitrary goals. Why do I feel like I have to post on YouTube twice a week and post on Instagram 5 times a week and post on TikTok 2 times a day, every single day, like, and have a family brand and try and launch something in the background and build a team? Like, what? Why do I feel like I have to do all of these things? Like, these are goals and expectations that I'm just creating for myself that are actually not realistic. That's one of the things that I've also been noticing. One thing about having a team, it makes you reflect on yourself, because you can see, now that I see the things that I delegate to them, I'm like, why am I delegating this to you when I know fully well I couldn't even do that? Because it's just a lot. And I don't know if it's the Nigerian in me, like the hard worker, because I just feel like I should be able to do these things and achieve these. I think it's a high achiever syndrome, because I've always been a high achiever in life. As a business owner, you've got to know and feel like you've got to know like what is realistic and what is not. And I just think some of the expectations that I set for myself are just a bit unrealistic. Yeah, they're just a bit unrealistic. We could reel it back build it back and I can still be successful. So that's also now what I'm trying to figure out, like what is a happy medium that feels good for me, feels good for my team as well. And I just, you know, so that I'm not getting as burnt out. Like, I know we're all trying to like be great and like create a legacy for ourselves, but like, you don't have to do that at the expense of like the quality of your life, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that is about. Like, what is that high achieving thing that I feel like I have to like do so much? Like, I do a lot. But yeah, I just want to make more room for like other things in my life. Like, I don't want to be consumed by what I do for work. I know it's my life passion, but I still don't have to necessarily be consumed by it. I'm just trying to find that balance and happy medium. And you know, there's things to work through in therapy. Like, why do I feel like I always have to overachieve and like create these high-key unrealistic expectations for myself? I don't know. It could also just be a survival thing, you know? I definitely know that. Why am I doing this, first of all? I know, like, I didn't grow up rich, you know? I didn't grow up poor, but I didn't grow up rich. Money had to come from somewhere, you know? And I've always had to work for what I have. There's something about once you start bringing people on and now you have to pay like full-time salaries, my mind went, all right, if I'm paying them this salary, then I have to make quadruple that salary for this to make sense, you know? So now I'm working myself overdrive because I have help, technically, yes, but like, I can still like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if y'all trying to, like, y'all are getting what I'm trying to like say. I don't know. I just think I just try to do too much. You know, I'm trying to just overcompensate for, you know, bringing these people on. But the truth is, the point of bringing them on is to reduce my stress a little bit. Okay, what I'm trying to say is I think it's a survival mechanism as well. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, so like if I don't work, bills won't get paid. People don't make payroll. So I'm just like, I gotta survive, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. But like, God has shown me time and time again that he's gonna provide for me. I am naturally a hard worker. Like, there has never been a time that I have lacked. I put the work in. I do. I really do. God has blessed me in so many ways. Like, I guess it's like just a fear, almost like a fear. And this is the problem with acting, doing things based off of fear-based actions and decisions. Like, it's just gonna land you in a ditch. It's gonna land you in a ditch. Like, no, because now I'm not operating from a place of faith. Like, God did not bring these people into my life. And like, I literally have financial advisors, like they're sitting there going, you can afford to pay this person. I can afford it now. My business can afford it. So I don't have to like try and shoot for Jupiter. You can just shoot for the sky. I guess I'm just trying to figure that out. It's honestly, but I mean, this is the beauty and process of like learning and life. And like, I'm just in a new phase where I'm like building outside of myself, and I'm just being called to show up in another way and another level. And it's cool. And there's just a lot to reflect on, like just a lot to reflect on, but it's really cool. Honestly though, if there's anything that you guys take from this video, like try your best to unplug sometimes. Like, you don't even have to wait at the end of the quarter to do that. And that's one thing I'm realizing and recognizing for myself. Like, I can unplug from social media for the weekend or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my vibe right now, because I recognize that as a content creator, I am just too consumed in this whole social media thing and just constant connection. Like, it's too much for me. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, just trying to find a healthy balance. Yeah, those are some of the things that I have learned from deleting all my social media apps and unplugging for a week. Let me know if you guys have ever, you know, tried to unplug, or how do you unplug from your work day? If you are a content creator, like, how is that going for you? Like, how do you unplug? Are you finding that you're being burnt out? All of those things. But yeah, as a content creator, you gotta just try and set a balance for yourself. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. And honestly, it's only starting to become easier as I've built a team out, because now I have other people that I'm like, oh, okay, they've been working for a long time. They should, you know, they need to end their day now. And for me too, I need to end my day. Like, I need to unplug. These are the things that I've just been recognizing and realizing. It's really cool, honestly. And I just thank God for all these revelations and for growth, because Lord knows the balance was not there in the beginning. You know, the small balance that I have started to implement, like, I don't know if y'all could tell, but my vibe is so different. Like I almost feel like I'm not the same person that I was a few years ago. Like I'm just different. I'm just different because I'm just getting to know myself. I'm actually getting to know myself, and I've been creating more room to do that. That's all I had to say. That's all I got. If you guys have any thoughts, suggestions, please write them down in the comment section below. And yeah, let's chat there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, let me know if you guys want to see videos like weekly videos or videos twice a week. Let me know. Follow me on all my other platforms, Instagram, TikTok, at Chizzy Duru, and then also my family brand, the Duru Family, on Instagram and TikTok. We're doing things over there, okay? I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time it is, and I'll see you guys next week. All right, bye y'all.